All-Around Joe podcast, where we optimize your human performance from my personal experience as an athlete, coach, and all-around self-improvement junkie. On this edition of the All-Around Joe podcast, I'm going to be talking about my 3 favorite fat-burning, muscle-gaining, awesome pescatarian meals that we are eating right now. Technically, you could probably sub some other stuff in there, whether it was fake meat or whatnot. These meals will probably be pretty darn good with some chicken, maybe some beef, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to give them to you just as we've been having them, cooking them here in the van with minimal tools. You are going to need a stovetop and, we use an Instant Pot, which I highly recommend everybody grab an Instant Pot. It makes cooking faster and it actually makes the food better. So, win-win. Get an Instant Pot. I think we picked ours up at Target or something like that, or online, Amazon, whatever. InstantPot.com, however you want it. Instant Pot is the way to go. But before I hop into that, this show is brought to you by the Get Better Project, which is my daily workout program that I am super stoked about. I get to write workouts for all of you every single day, and don't worry, there's scaling options whether or not you're very proficient at what you're doing or if you need some help. No big deal. I'm here for you. I write the workouts every single day, giving you all these particular options. Whether you have equipment or don't have equipment or just have some kettlebells, it is the program for you. The ideal person, though, is somebody that has probably done some sort of working out before. This is not a complete newbie program. And when I say complete newbie, I mean the person that has never really worked out before. This is for the ideal client is that person that has done it before, whether it be working out in the gym, run some marathons, done whatever, and then they got busy. All right. You had some kids, you have your career, things just got busy, and you're looking down now and you're like, wow, I'm in the 70% of overweight or obese and I need to get out of it, but I don't really know where to go and I still don't have that much time. So in 30 to 60 minutes, or you could probably, if you did more than one of the programs, because I do a strength program, performance fitness, there's these different options that you can piece together depending on how much time you have. You could do it in 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or you could take your time and do it an hour and a half if you were really that type of person and want to be more competitive with the program that I'm writing. But it's really designed for the person that doesn't have a lot of time. They want to get their workout done in about 30 minutes. They can do it at home. They can do it with minimal equipment if they have some equipment. And they know that they're going to be having somebody with their best interests in mind programming for them and able to ask them questions. So it only costs $40 a month. You can ask me all the questions that you ever want. I program workout for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right. Not that you have to do them all, but I recommend that you do 4 to 5 a week. Then I also do video trainings for you on how to set up your diet correctly, how to squat correctly, how to snatch correctly. All of that stuff that you might need help with, I am there for you. And you can ask me questions at any time. So it's like having a personal coach with you 24/7 on Facebook. That's a Facebook group right now. So you can ask me questions as you get them. We have a very supportive community. We're sharing meals and recipes, all of that fun stuff. It's been super cool, super fun, and I would love to have you in the program. You just head over to getbetterproject.com, click on programs, and you'll see it right there. It's the daily workout program. Like I said, it's $40 a month, probably less than what you spend on coffee every single month. I know that I spend more than that on coffee. Definitely. Working at Starbucks and whatever other coffee shops I find along the way. So we'd love to have you in the Get Better Project. The 3 favorite fat burner meals that I have right now, these are great. And I have to give most of the credit to my awesome girlfriend, Emily, who does the majority of the cooking. I just get to eat it and say, yes, it's awesome. And she has come up with these, and we've eaten them many times, so I thought it would be awesome to share them with you on the All Around Joe podcast. One more company that I want to mention is the Whoop Strap. So I want to make sure that y'all know that you can get a discount, a month free on your Whoop Strap subscription if you use the code AllAroundJoe. So head over to whoop.com. It's an always-on activity tracker that gives you a recovery score each day. All right. So it tracks what you're doing, then it tracks your sleep, and then it tells you how recovered you are and ready to go for that day. Highly recommend it. All of my athletes, I recommend using it. It is a great product, and they've recently changed their model to a monthly subscription. So it's not the $400 that you'd pay one time. You just pay a small monthly fee, and you get a month free if you use code AllAroundJoe. So head over to whoop.com. Use code AllAroundJoe, get yourself a Whoop strap, and start knowing your body a little better in a non-invasive way. There you go. All right, meal number one that I am super stoked about is I'm calling the baby shrimp salad, but there's so much more to it than that. It is the baby shrimp salad. The ingredients, if you're writing this down, or you can go check out the show notes. So if you want to just get the show notes here, you go to allaroundjoe.com/178. That's allaroundjoe.com/178. And while you're there, make sure that you head over to this subscribe button. So I recently learned that if I increase my subscribers on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, that helps my show to get shown to more people. I get to help more people, showing them what the awesome fat burning meals are that I use on a regular basis, or that we use, and that taste fan-freaking-tastic. So make sure you subscribe to this show. It's totally free, 100%. You can go to allaroundjoe.com/178 and look for the link on there, or go directly to allaroundjoe.com/iTunes, and that will shoot you right over to where you can hit the subscribe button. I will love you forever if you do that. So let me know if you do. Because they don't tell me whether or not people subscribe. I just have to ask you and then hope and pray that you do it. Yep, that's how it works. So the meal number one is the baby shrimp salad. The ingredients are 1 bag of baby shrimp. We usually get our shrimp at Whole Foods. Just look for baby shrimps. The ones you want to get, the ones that do not have the shells on them, so they're already shelled, or whatever they call that, cleaned, however that works. We've gotten them with the shells before. It just makes it a lot of work, so it's definitely worth it to get the baby shrimp without. I also like the baby shrimp because they're more bite-sized than the larger shrimp, but you could do it with large shrimp if you wanted to. It's really up to you. I just prefer the baby shrimp. We prefer the baby shrimp, I should say. So the ingredients are baby shrimp. We get something called skillet taco seasoning. Now this one, I'm not sure if we get it at Trader Joe's or if you got to go to like a regular Safeway. I'm sorry, not Trader Joe's. Whole Foods or a regular Safeway, but you could look for it there. It's just a skillet taco seasoning. It's actually a liquid in a bag that is low sugar. We pour that in there with the shrimp. Organic spinach, organic spicy guacamole. I'm seeing here that I made an error in the writing of the show notes. Spicy guacamole is where it's at. Whole Foods has some really awesome fresh guacamole that they have there. And farro. We get in our farro at Trader Joe's. So if you ever head to a Trader Joe's, I'm sure you could get it. Oh, you can get it on Amazon. That's where you can get it. You can order farro, F-A-R-R-O. You can even get the Trader Joe's farro on Amazon. So just head over there, have them deliver it to your door. No big deal. No stress off your back. The stuff is great, especially when you mix it up here with something that's a little bit spicy, a little bit salty, a little bit sweet, you'll see here, because the optional ingredients are fresh sliced mango and Gruyere cheese. So the optional ingredients, you don't necessarily need them. So if you're trying to get super lean, mean, then you might not add these, but we like to add them because we train a lot. So if you listen to my last podcast at allaroundjoe.com/177, it's why abs don't start in the kitchen. They start with movement. So if you got your movement patterns down, you're really crushing it, you can add the mango and the cheese. You'd be good to go. Or if you're checking out my podcast on how to set up your diet for success at allaroundjoe.com/88, then you will see whether or not you need the mango and the cheese in your diet in order to hit your macronutrient goals. I'm not going to go over what those are right now, but head over to allaroundjoe.com/88 if you want to make sure that you're hitting your macronutrient goals to be lean, mean, feeling good all the time. All right. So what you do is the cooking instructions. We, like I said, use an Instant Pot. Cook the farro in an Instant Pot on the rice setting. It will just be amazing. It takes about 10 minutes. No big deal. Deliciousness. Then you cook the shrimp over about medium heat on a stovetop. It's going to depend on how hot your stovetop is. So it could be light heat, could be high heat, whatever. You're just going to want to make sure that the shrimp is fully cooked. Then once it's cooked, you add the taco seasoning on top of that. Deliciousness. Then what you're going to do is cut up your mango and your cheese into either slices or like bite-sized chunks. whatever you prefer. However, some of our mangoes usually kind of sliced and the cheese is in small chunks so that we sprinkle it out. Then when you're serving this one, we serve it on a plate or a bowl. We like big bowls just because it keeps things condensed into a more small space. You don't have to worry about them falling off, especially in the van. We don't even have plates in the van now that I think about it. We just have these Tupperware bowls that we use. Then you're going to put, when you're serving it, you have this bowl or plate. You put a cup or so of farro, depending on how much you need for your particular diet. On the bottom, that's your base. Then you sprinkle the Gruyere cheese onto the farro, which makes it kind of melty, delicious. Then what you're doing is you're grabbing a large handful of spinach, you put it on there, and that spinach starts to warm up and get a little bit less crunchy, which ends up making it delicious. Then you add the layer of shrimp on top of the spinach, which also condenses the shrimp or the spinach a little bit more. Then you sprinkle those mangoes as much as your diet allows you to have on there. We usually actually don't use too much, but it doesn't need a lot to taste delicious. Then we take that spicy guacamole and put about big old plop on it, and it is delicious, ready to go right there. So good. All right, so we should have called it something else to make it sound more interesting than the baby shrimp salad, but it's the baby shrimp salad with guacamole and Gruyere cheese and farro. It's very delicious. So like I said, head over to the show notes if you want to get a full list of this and how we do it. It's all listed out there at allaroundjoe.com/178. Meal number 2, we're calling shrimp spaghetti. It is so good, guys, and you'll see a theme here because we're eating pescatarian, so we're doing a lot of shrimp, a lot of salmon, a lot of fish. Ingredients: 1 bag of baby shrimp, same thing as before. You can do it differently, you can do it the same, but we like to just get the baby shrimp, ideally not farm raised if you can, or as organic, natural as possible. Get a cucumber, all right, nice big cucumber. You're gonna need a spiralizer, or you're gonna need to buy your cucumber already spiralized, all right. And I know that sometimes Whole Foods has it, sometimes other grocery stores have it. It's already cut up into spiralized, meaning like spaghetti style cucumber, right? Then you're going to need some low sugar marinara sauce, all right, the one that you like. We like to get spicy marinara sauce. I cannot remember the exact name of the one that we have. I'll try and put it onto the show notes if I can figure it out before I post this. But any low sugar, you want to get the low sugar marinara. You do not want your marinara to be loaded with sugar. No good. All right. Look for like less than 5 grams for sure. And like I said, we like spicy. And then spinach, more spinach. Here we go. Spinach is delicious and good for you. Then we're going to cook it up. We cook up the shrimp same way as before, medium-ish heat on stovetop. Then we add, once it's cooked, you might need to add some water to that too, in order to get the juices flowing. Then you add the spinach on top. Then you add the spiralized cucumber, all right? So the heat's still on. You might have had to add a little bit of water in there just so that it's not burning the pan, and so it keeps things moist because we're going to cook the cucumber a little bit in there until it gets a little bit soft, depending on how al dente, or is that how you say it? I'm not even sure how you say it, how crispy you want your noodles to be. Then add marinara sauce to the whole mix. Mix it all up, and plop it in your bowls. This is really, really good, guys. I highly recommend it. And it's so basic. I mean, shrimp, cucumber, spinach, and marinara sauce. So good. You could add some cheese to that if you're a cheese person. We usually don't. I think we have before, though. It's very good. Excellent stuff. All right. Number 3. Salmon and farro delight. You see how I made that one sound even more delicious? It's super delicious. So the ingredients are Trader Joe's salmon patties. We always try and get the wild-caught Alaskan salmon when we can, all right? None of this farm-raised stuff. There's been studies showing how it's almost like a different meat. So try and get the wild-caught salmon whenever you can. Trader Joe's farro, already mentioned how you can get a hold of that on Amazon or at Trader Joe's. The Gruyere cheese, we're using that again. We love that stuff, especially when we're mixing it up with other things, especially farro. And more spinach, all right? So there's just little variations. As you can see, you don't have to totally change things up. And if you know that certain things work well with your body, you can just stick with it. It's awesome. So cooking, you cook up the farro in the Instant Pot like I mentioned before in the rice setting. Then you cook the salmon on the stovetop, all right? Just heat it up, make sure that it's fully cooked. Then you're going to serve it, right? You're going to grab your bowl, your plate. You're going to take a cup or so of the farro, layer it down. You're going to add the Gruyere cheese like we did before, so it kind of melts in there. You're going to add a large dose of spinach, so it starts to cook down as well with the heat. Then you crumble the salmon patty. That is the key to this whole thing. You crumble the salmon patty around so that it looks like it's not a salmon patty. On the top, wait till it's cool enough to eat, and then you consume it. It is fantastic. And sometimes I'll have one, sometimes I'll have two, sometimes I have 1.5 salmon patties, depending on what my daily tracker says at MyFitnessPal for how much food for the salmon is going to be protein and fat that I need to fill in for the rest of the day. That was the salmon farro delight. I hope you guys are going to try these things because they are so delicious. You should put them on your shopping list. You can just get the shopping list from us by going to allaroundjoe.com/178. The interesting thing with this one is that you get some of the saltiness from the cheese and the salmon. It's like already baked in there, so you don't have to add anything to it, and it is so good. Oh, for this salmon one, we have actually substituted some of the fake meat sausages, the ones that are made from the, I believe it's pea protein or beans and rice protein, something like that. Just look for the ones that don't have soy. Soy is no bueno. You do not want soy. All right, so you can substitute some of those spicy sausages in there, and it's also incredibly good because they're seasoned. They bring some of that seasoning to the cheese, the spinach, and the farro. It is really, really great. So you make these little adjustments. You could even it'd probably be good with some chicken. With the chicken, you might add some salt to it. Just a little bit. Salt isn't necessarily bad. There are a lot of that stuff with the high blood pressure and salt wasn't necessarily true. It's all going to be individualized for the particular person. You should test it yourself and not just go blindly with what somebody told somebody years ago and then it caught on. So yeah, here we go. Those were the 3 meals that we are having on a regular basis to keep the fat burning high, because they're fairly low carb, they're high in vegetables, they are high in whole foods, and they are delicious. And like I said, we're trying to eat pescatarian as much as possible, no meats just because of our particular blood tests. I highly recommend you check out Inside Tracker if you want to know what your body is looking like on the inside. You can use the code AllAroundJoe to even get yourself a sweet discount. All right, so Inside Tracker, I recommend everybody does it. And let me know if you have any questions about that. So that was like I said, 3 fat burning meals. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Make sure that you check out the Get Better Project Daily Workouts, which is the workout programs that I'm super stoked on. It's $40 a month. You get workouts daily written by me for you. You get all kinds of information on what I'm eating, even more than this. You get pictures and all that fun stuff. You get ingredients, not only from me, but from other people in the group, so you could share what you're doing as well. You get movement trainings. You get to interact with cool people. We help to accelerate everyone's progress in the group. It is incredibly fun. It's a way that I can help more people than just one-on-one, and you get it for only $40 a month, whereas my nutrition coaching is up to $250 a month. So you can still ask the same questions. You can get a lot of the same information, and you only have to pay $40 a month, which, like I said, is definitely less than what I spend on coffee per month. And think about the last time that you went out to dinner and spent more than $40 on one meal. I know that I recently did it. So this is going to be so much better for you than that one meal. Not saying that you shouldn't have it, but get yourself a 20-year fitness coaching expert with a kinesiology degree, CrossFit level 1, certified strength and conditioning specialist who lives in a van and can help you to reach all of your health and fitness and nutrition goals. All right, guys, you can just head over to getbetterproject.com, click on programs, click on the daily workouts, and enter your information. And I would love to get you started on that program today, tomorrow, wherever it may be. All right. Also check out the Whoop Strap so that you can know if your body is ready to train that day. Always on. Go to whoop.com and use code AllAroundJoe to get yourself a month off of the Whoop Strap subscription. It is something that I use, that all of my inner circle uses on a regular basis. Okay. Questions? Let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. the All Around Joe podcast, where we optimize your human performance from my personal experience as an athlete, coach, and all-around self-improvement junkie. I will see you on the next podcast.